Opening cinematic intro, rivalry atmosphere, meaning of the NFC East. Rivalry, Washington Commanders franchise origin. Philadelphia Eagles franchise origin. Cultural difference between Washington and Philly fans. Early history of Commanders versus Eagles matchups. How the rivalry became intense, the body bag game explanation. Most controversial moments between the teams, biggest upsets in rivalry history, most dramatic comeback games. Commanders legendary players overview Eagles. Legendary players overview Sean Taylor's impact on rivalry. Brian Dawkins' emotional leadership, coaching philosophy comparison, offensive style differences, defensive identity differences, quarterback evolution in both teams, how media fuels the rivalry, fan behavior and stadium atmosphere, trash talk, culture, and psychological warfare, playoff implications of rivalry games, economic impact of rivalry, ratings, merch, ads, how rivalry affects player careers, rookie experience in rivalry games, veteran mindset in rivalry games, rivalry on social media, era, modern analytics versus old school football, how rule changes affected rivalry, intensity, rivalry injuries, and physical toll, training and preparation differences, leadership inside locker rooms, team chemistry versus individual stardom, the role of underdogs in this rivalry, why Washington struggles in modern era, why Eagles dominate in recent years, turning points in franchise direction, ownership and management influence, stadium impact, home field advantage, weather and game condition effects, referee controversies, memorable fan incidents, greatest plays in rivalry history, worst mistakes in rivalry history. How commentators narrate this rivalry, documentary versus entertainment storytelling style, emotional attachment of longtime fans, new generation of fans, how rivalry shapes team identity, what the rivalry teaches about sports culture, comparison with other NFL rivalries, why NFC East rivalries feel different, psychological pressure of primetime games, impact of injuries to star players, draft strategy, influenced by rivalry needs, free agency decisions shaped by rivalry, future stars to watch in this rivalry, predictions about rivalry's future direction, final emotional outro and closing message. Detailed timeline of rivalry by decades 1930s to 1940s, early encounters 1950s, power shifts 1970s, defensive era clashes 1980s, Washington dominance 1990s, Eagles, defensive identity rise 2000s, McNabb versus Washington QBs, era 2010s rebuilding versus contention contrast, post 2020, modern tactical evolution, analytics impact on play calling, evolution of passing offenses, evolution of defensive schemes, special teams influence in rivalry games, kickoff and punt return legends, weather games, snow, rain, wind classics, cold weather football psychology, primetime night game effects, Monday night football rivalry moments, Thanksgiving and holiday game, emotions, travel fatigue and scheduling effects, short week preparation challenges, bye week, advantage in rivalry games, injury, management strategies, player recovery and sports science, strength and conditioning comparison, practice intensity before rivalry games, locker room speeches, themes and tone, coach pregame motivation styles, team rituals and superstitions, symbolism of uniforms and colors, helmet and logo history, rebranding of Washington and its effect, fan reaction to rebranding Eagles brand, evolution, city identity and team personality, blue collar versus political capital culture, how cities influence fan mentality, tailgating culture, comparison, stadium architecture and noise impact, home field win percentage concept, crowd noise affecting audibles, silent count tactics, offensive line communication challenges, defensive signal calling, sideline adjustments during games, halftime strategy shifts, second half comeback patterns, fourth quarter decision making, 2-minute drill philosophy, clock management errors and success, timeout usage psychology, field goal versus go for it debates, fourth down aggression trends, red zone efficiency comparison, third down conversion battles, turnover margin importance, interception versus fumble impact, ball security training, QB pressure and sack rate trends, blitz frequency comparison coverage, scheme evolution, man versus zone coverage, philosophy, hybrid defensive roles, linebacker evolution in modern NFL, safety roles and versatility, slot receiver importance, tight end mismatches, running back usage changes, fullback decline and nostalgia, offensive formation evolution, motion and misdirection tactics, RPO, run pass option, influence, play action effectiveness, screen game importance, deep ball timing and trust, receiver QB chemistry, offensive line continuity, defensive line rotation depth, pass rush versus pocket presence, mobile QB threat impact, spy defense against mobile QBs, edge contained discipline, gap integrity in run defense, tackling fundamentals, missed tackle consequences, yards after contact, psychology, big hits, and momentum swings, penalty, discipline importance, false starts in loud stadiums, holding call controversies, pass interference controversy moments, roughing the passer rule changes, targeting and player safety evolution, concussion protocol, impact on stars, player fines and suspensions, ejections in heated rivalry games, sideline fights and penalties, coach-player confrontations, fan interference incidents, security and crowd control challenges, media narrative shaping public opinion, national versus local broadcast tone, commentator bias accusations, highlight culture and viral moments, TikTok/shorts, era impact, meme culture in NFL fandom rivalry, trash talk on social media, hashtag wars, Sheen Fly Eagles Fly versus others, player social media silence weeks, PR strategy before rivalry games, press conference, psychological games, coach mind games, in interviews, injury report, manipulation, accusations, strategic rest of players, tanking accusations and controversy, draft positioning implications, salary cap management pressure, contract year performance spikes, free agency, steals from rivals, revenge games by former players, emotional return games, jersey swap controversies, fan reaction to player switches, Ring of Honor versus Hall of Fame debates, legacy comparison between franchises, statistical rivalry, head-to-head records, win streak psychology, losing streak pressure, bounce-back game narratives, trap game dangers, playoff rematch intensity, wild card implications, division, clinching scenarios, season spoiler games, last game of season drama, overtime thriller, psychology, walk-off touchdowns, missed field goal, heartbreaks, final whistle, emotional reactions, post-game handshake versus trash talk, locker room, silence after tough losses, victory speeches after big wins, team flights, home, emotional atmosphere, film review, day after rivalry games, coaches correcting mistakes publicly, player accountability meetings, leadership council influence, captain selection importance, veteran mentoring rookies, practice squad preparation for rivals, scout team mimicking rival tactics, advanced scouting reports, tendency breaking before rivalry games, trick plays reserved for rivalry, fake punts and surprise onside kicks, momentum swing analysis, crowd energy after turnovers, bench reactions to big plays, sideline body language reading, referee communication with coaches, rule interpretation controversies, challenge flag drama, replay review delays, stadium screen reactions, fans booing replay outcomes, music and hype videos, impact pre-game fireworks and flyovers, national anthem emotional tone, military appreciation games, symbolism, community outreach tied to rivalry week, charity bets between fan bases, radio talk show wars, local newspaper headline battles, sports bar, culture on game day, family rivalry traditions, mixed fan households, tension, workplace trash talk, culture, schoolyard rival chants, betting market movement, point spread, psychological impact, over-under emotional debate, fantasy football rivalry conflicts, daily fantasy spikes, prop bets on rivalry games, player incentive clauses, activation, bonus money, motivation, contract escalators in rivalry weeks, agent involvement in narratives, sponsorship activation during rivalry, rival-themed commercials, halftime show entertainment choices, mascot rivalry antics, cheerleader choreography battles, fan costume competitions, signboard and banner wars, tailgate food traditions, signature rivalry dishes, Philly cheesesteak versus DC half-smoke debate, beer brands, rivalry sponsorships, parking lot culture, before kickoff RV tailgating communities, marching band presence, drumline hype effects, college football style chants influence, soccer style supporter sections, ultras culture comparisons, European rivalry, influence on NFL, fandom, rivalry, tourism, impact, hotel occupancy, spikes, airline ticket price jumps, city revenue from rivalry games, police overtime costs, city branding during rivalry week, mayor proclamations for game day, stadium lighting special themes, green versus burgundy, color wars, merchandise, color sales, comparison, jersey customization trends, vintage jersey resurgence, throwback uniform games, helmet decal, special editions, patch and badge symbolism, commemorative tickets and NFTs, digital collectibles, era, metaverse, watch parties, VR stadium experience, international fan growth UK and Germany NFL fan bases, international broadcast time challenges, time zone viewing parties, language and slang differences in fan chants,